Less than 24 hours remaining for the greatest anime episode ever, where we will witness the battle between Luffy's Gear 5 against Kaido. So it's perfect time to enjoy power level comparison between Luffy and Kaido. So let's get started. Kaido was raised in the Vodka Kingdom, and by the age of 10 he was considered its strongest soldier, and within next 3 years he got a bounty of 70 million. As a kid, Kaido was extraordinary, but here we are comparing him with post-time skip Luffy, who knocked down 50,000 fistmans with just his conqueror's Haki, and had bounty of 400 million. So not much of a comparison based on how much we know about Kaido. During his days as a rocks pirate, Kaido did not have his devil fruit. However, he still was one of the strongest crew member and pretty infamous just due to his strength. His overall power levels is hard to say, but I believe he is around the level of 3rd Yonko commanders. While Luffy with gear 2nd and 3rd defeated opponents like Pacifista, Horizon, Caesar Clown and Don Shinzao without much issue, faced Luffy handle him and Law at once. So I rate Kaido higher here. On his battle against Doflamingo, Luffy introduced his new gear, Gear 4th Wasn't Bound Man. In this form, Luffy inflates the muscle in his entire body and cover it with armor and Haki, making him bigger like Gear 3rd but still maintaining the insane speed like Gear 2nd. Luffy is capable of retracing his arms and legs inside his body, unleashing blows of devastating power that can even change direction during attack. He completely overpowered Doflamingo on this form, and I believe battle against pre-Devil Fruit Kaido would be similar. During Oren's past, Kaido was definitely much weaker compared to his current version, but still was far superior to the Luffy who was struggling against Katakuri. But bigger question here is why I always rate human Kaido higher than his dragon form. Well, Dragon Kaido has devil fruit based attacks like Ball of Wrath, which are highly destructive, but human Kaido has Haki based attacks like Thunder Bagua, which are more effective in a battle. Also, due to the massive size of dragon form, it makes him slower as well as easy target for opponents. Also, it was shown it's easier to damage Dragon Kaido, so overall human Kaido in my opinion is better. During early Wano, Luffy and Kaido had an unexpected battle, whose result was pretty expected, but in even worse way. It was pretty short battle in the manga, but in anime, Luffy throws pretty much his every single attack against Kaido. Drunk Kaido comes in his dragon form and tanked every single of his Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd and Gear 4th attacks and don't even get a scratch. Then he turns back to human form, attacks Luffy with his Thunder Bagua and bam! Luffy is defeated, which shows how much power gap is between them. Definitely not a comparable fight. After his first defeat, Luffy trained his Ryo Haki for a month and comes back stronger at Onigashima. Ryo Haki that can damage opponents directly from inside make it possible for Luffy to bypass Kaido's insane durability. And this time Luffy was able to damage Kaido with attacks like Red Rock. Combining Ryo Haki with his Gear 4th makes Luffy far stronger. There was still a power gap and not much of a hope to defeat Kaido yet, but gap is lot more smaller now. After understanding how Kaido is using his conquerors Haki, Luffy also learned it. With advanced conquerors, Luffy becomes far stronger. On the other hand, Kaido also uses his strongest version, Human Beast Hybrid form, which increases his strength, offense, defense and speed all by miles. But Luffy still managed to clash with this version, splitting the heavens. But battle did not last much longer as Kaido defeated Luffy and threw him into ocean. After being saved by lost crewmate and getting food from Caribou, Luffy now regained his stamina and recovered from his few injuries, while Kaido was fighting Yamato, and when he returns, he used his Gear 4th Snake Man. As stated by Yamato, Kaido's stamina is going down, and he is getting weaker, while Luffy got time to gain it back. The gap is pretty small that they both are on the same tier. The clash head-on-head multiple times and battle was pretty exciting until CP0 comes and interfered it, leading Luffy's defeat. But I think Kaido would have still won the battle even if that didn't happen. Now we get into the most exciting part, Gear 5th against Hybrid Kaido. And this time table has turned. Luffy rises from death and looks completely fine as a Gear 5 even allows him to recover from injuries, while Kaido is a lot more weaker than his full power due to his many fights against Akazaya members, Law, Kid, Killer, Zoro, Yamato and multiple times with Luffy himself. Gear 5 Awakening reveals true nature of Luffy's Devil Fruit as it being Hito Hito no Mi Moral Nika, and as Awakened Zone, Luffy gained far greater strength, speed and durability. His attacks like Ziganta, Buzrangan, Kaminari are way impressive than what we have seen till now. He played with Kaido like it's nothing and even used his dragon form as a jump rope. At the end of the battle, Luffy is unconscious for multiple days, but during the battle, it looked like one-sided.
これが俺の最高地点だ
Well, that's all. Check out this power level comparison between Zoro and Sanji against King and Queen and see you there.